when looking at the institutional investor community, are you seeing any trends in asset allocation?
Absolutely. Probably the biggest trend in asset allocation would be the collusion of what we consider the core public equity and public bond markets with what we refer to as the alternative markets. And the alternative markets are going to be hedge funds, private equity, private credit, private mortgages, private asset backs, infrastructure. These are much less efficient markets than the core high grade bond markets and the core equity markets. And so 10 years ago, if I were to go to a conference, it would be on just equities or just core fixed income. And if I really wanted to go find out about alternative markets, I would go to something completely separate. One of the big trends is you're finding the service providers are now increasing their menu of options and strategies and products to cover everything from soup to nuts. And so the allocator is now approaching that opportunity, that investment opportunity in the same manner. And that is a big change that we've seen in the market over the past, I'll say 15 to 20 years. And therefore, what we're doing at Institutional Investor in order to pivot and actually service how people are approaching the market. That's a big one. A second one I'll point out is there's always, we're talking about institutional investors, which was your very first question. But there's also a massively growing segment of the investor market that's high net worth individuals, single family offices, multifamily offices, RIAs, registered investment advisors. And so they used to be completely separate. If you go look at some of the big global asset managers like a JP Morgan Asset Management, their private bank, which deals with high net worth individuals, is completely separate from their institutional. Well, just like we were talking about the public bond markets and equity markets and the alternative markets colliding, you're seeing that investors, as well as the asset managers, service providers, are starting to look at those very similar and in the same breath. Two very big trends that are going on in our industry.